what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be me telling you guys 15 things I wish I knew before turning 15, because I'm pre-recording this, but the day that you guys are seeing this video is actually the day of my 15th birthday. So when you are watching this video, if you are watching it on the day that it went up, it is currently my 15th birthday. And so this is actually my first upload as a 15-year-old, which is like so crazy because I made so many other videos like when I was 14, and now I'm not 15 when I'm filming this, but like this video will be public and like live when I am 15. But I didn't want to do like a selfish birthday video, if that makes any sense. Like,
oh, what I got for my birthday, or like birthday vlog or whatever.
I wanted to use my 15th birthday as an opportunity to give you guys some like lessons or like just things and like mindsets that I wish I knew before I turned 15, so that if you're like under 15 watching this, then you can like really learn something from this video. But if you're already 15 or like you're over 15, then after watching this video, definitely let me know in the comments if you agree with like everything that I said. This video is going to be actually pretty deep, so definitely stick around like to the end to like hear all the deep lessons and things that I wish I knew before turning 15. They're all in random order. One does not like connect to the next. I mean, some of them are connected, but like it's in random order because I just like thought of all of these like randomly, whatever. Anyway, I want to stop rambling right now and get into the actual video, which is where I give you guys 15 things that I wish I knew before turning 15. And so yeah, let's get into the video, this bonus birthday upload video. So the first thing is, what other people think does not matter at all. I try to remember this, but even now, like even turning 15, it's so hard to know this, but like if you are under 15, if you have not been actually directly told this yet, I just need to tell you, what other people think does not matter at all. Don't use other people as like what you should be doing. Like don't use what other people think of you to make you think what you should think of yourself, if that makes just any sense at all. Like don't use other people as like, okay, they think I'm a good person when I do this well, or they think I'm horrible when I do this. Like no, just don't listen to what other people think, because it's your life, and if you live your entire life and even like your early teen years and preteen years doing stuff that other people would like, or like being someone that you think other people would like, then that's not your life, that's their life, if that makes any sense. My second thing I wish I knew before turning 15, and like literally this is one of the ones that resonates with me most in this video. You are going to regret wishing to grow up so fast. I remember when I was like 9 or 10, I used to like wish I could go through puberty faster, if you know what I'm talking about. Like I wanted to get my first period, I wanted to like grow, if you know what I'm talking about. Like I was just wishing to grow up so fast. I was like,
oh my god, I can't wait for high school and like my crushes and like friends and parties and drama.
Like I was literally excited for drama and like pimples. Like I was just excited for like defining stuff that made you a teenager. And now I wish I could go back and tell like my 10, even 11, 12-year-old self, no. I mean, obviously you want to grow up. The alternative to growing up is not something that would make many people happy, obviously. So of course you want to grow up, but don't speed up the whole growing up process, if that makes any sense at all. The third thing I wish I knew is that family is so much more important than everything else like in life. And of course I acknowledge and recognize that like sometimes when you know a really mean or like abusive family member, then blood literally means nothing. But if you don't have a family member who's like that, literally prioritize them over everything else. I mean, I wish I knew this just because like I feel like a lot of the time I focus a lot on school. Even when I was in middle school, like I was always looking to like, I don't know, just think friends were more important, but it's really not, because your family is literally like your family. So obviously know and like recognize that they're so important. And honestly, one day like as you grow up, even past 15, like when you're an actual like full grown-up mature adult, you're going to wish that you prioritize your family more, like if you haven't already. So please go spend time with your family, because schoolwork is not more important than them, and even friends are not more important than them. So go spend time with your family, go prioritize your family, go acknowledge that family is so much more important than anything else. The fourth thing I wish I knew before turning 15 is another one that really resonates with me, and that is that being stressed about something is just going to make it so much worse. If you walk into something stressed, that stressed emotion is just going to cloud your judgment and like your ability to actually do well in a situation. Like being stressed, for example, about school all the time. Like I'm always stressed about school, but like that anxiety is literally just going to make you like less performing well about whatever you're stressed about. Like okay, let's say you had some sort of like theater performance, like you were doing a play or something. If you're really stressed about it, like that stress is just gonna cloud like how well you remember your lines, how well you like act. Just don't let stress get in the way. I mean, obviously there's healthy stress and then like unhealthy stress, and obviously when you're a teenager it's completely impossible to rid yourself of all stress. But please try for me to not let stress cloud everything, and also just to recognize that like when you're stressed, like remind yourself when you're stressed, how is this helping me? Like stress literally just harms, it does not help. I mean, sometimes stress can motivate you, but at the same time acknowledge that being stressed really isn't going to do much good for you. The next thing that I wish I knew before turning 15 is that you shouldn't judge yourself based on one thing that happened. There is this thing in psychology, I haven't done too much like thinking or research into it, but basically it's like where one negative thing stands out among like so many good things. Like for example, if you do well on like all your tests, you get 100s on all your tests, but then you fail one test, for some reason in the human mind, it recognizes that and like holds on to that so much more than anything good. And it is just so unhealthy. Like please just try not to do this, especially as a pre-teenager and a teenager. Don't let one bad grade determine yourself. Don't let one bad slip up or like embarrassing or awkward moment determine who you are like as a person. I really need to start doing more of this, and like if you haven't already started doing this, just recognize that like so many good things should outweigh one bad thing. Unfortunately, it's not like that, like just among humans, but definitely try to make it that way, like at least in your mind, in your life. This next thing I wish I knew before turning 15 is another one that honestly I really do wish that I knew it before turning 15, and that is that it is okay to have feelings. There's again like research into this, but like when you're a teenager, like you don't want to have feelings, and even like growing up in this world, like you don't want to have feelings. Like everyone's like, no, smush them down, put them away, no feelings here. Like, so what about feelings? I don't know, like there's just that whole stigma around feelings, and this is another reason why like I want to really advocate for like bringing mental health and stuff like that to like more light. But like it's okay, like don't beat yourself up because you had a feeling in front of someone. Like I don't know if this resonates with you, but it really does with me, and I do need to work on this more. My next thing I wish I knew before turning 15 is that you are not going to feel any different at a certain age than you did like during the last age. And I know this makes like probably no sense to you, and maybe this is just like at least for me, but like basically what I mean by this is like, okay, I'm turning 15 on the day that you're seeing this video, like I will be 15, but I was just 14 yesterday. Like you can't expect yourself like on your birthday to suddenly feel that age. When I was 12, for example, I thought I would be like such a mature teenager with like all these boyfriends and like, oh my god, I know everything about the world and like I'm so cool. At 15, I thought I would be like in a completely different mind, like completely different person than I was when I was 12, but to be honest, I literally still feel like I'm 12 years old and I just know more, and like more stuff has happened to me. Like you're not going to feel that much different when you turn a certain age. It'll take a little while, and of course like eventually you will feel more mature and like older, but I think one of the most like amazing things about life is that like you decide how old you feel. So don't let yourself like force yourself to feel a certain age, like even if you are that age. Like give yourself time to grow up. This next one is really deep and it strikes so true to me. You are so much more than your body. I wish I knew this, and I still don't really know this, but I heard this thing on TikTok, but like when you die one day, obviously hopefully when you're like really old and like you die in your sleep or whatever, are people gonna be like, oh my god, she had such a gorgeous figure? Or even like on the other side of that, like, oh my god, she was like, her legs were like really big, like oh my god, she should have worked on that, she should have gone for more runs. Like no, when people die you don't say anything about their body. Have you like noticed that? Like you say stuff about their personality and who they were, and like even when you say stuff about their body, it's always about like their smile. Like you're so much more than your body. Your body is just a tiny little fraction of who you are, and like what you look like on the outside literally does not determine at all who you are on the inside. This next tip is another thing I really wish I knew before I turned 15, and that is that real friends will support you, not judge you. It's been so hard for me, like even throughout my life, like now even being 15, to find real friends. I've had a best friend since I was around 6-7 years old, and she is like one of the only people I have in my life that doesn't judge me. And obviously like if you're doing something that's like dangerous or like something that should be judged, then obviously like a real friend will help you through that, but like friends should always support you. For example, like a lot of people at my school, not a lot, but some people have found out about my YouTube channel, and like I can tell that they're kind of judgmental towards that, but my best friend, like she loves to help me pick out what picture to choose for the thumbnail, and she watches my videos, and like we talk about my YouTube channel. Like find people in your life that are going to be friends who support you and not judge you and like bring you down, because that is not the definition of what a friend is supposed to be like. This next one is kind of deep and kind of like weird, but let me just say it. The only things that you'll remember are the things worth remembering. I mean, it's kind of just better to not explain what this means, but basically you will only remember what is worth remembering. Like you're not gonna remember the countless hours you spent stressing about a science test, or you're not gonna remember that weird stupid fight you had with your friend. You're gonna remember the time you spent with your family and like your siblings, or like that one amazing memory that you had with your friend, or like all your first, like you're gonna remember your first period and like all that kind of stuff. Like you're only gonna remember the things that are worth remembering, so really embrace those things. My next tip that I wish I could tell myself like 10 years before turning 15, and like I'm assuming that you're not a 5-year-old if you're watching this, but like if you're just even a little younger than I was before I started doing this, keep a journal. I started keeping a journal when I was a little bit into my 13th year, and honestly I wish I had started earlier, like even at 10, 11, or like 12 years old. I mean, it is going to be amazing for me to look back on like my teen years and stuff like that, but I wish I had kept a journal when I was like a pre-teenager or something like that, or like even a kid. So like honestly, even if you are 15 or older than 15, like watching this, keep a journal. Like I seriously wish I had started this earlier, and it's just such an amazing thing to have to like look back on. Like lately I've been reading old entries from like a year ago, and I was talking about like how crazy it was that I'm turning 14, and now I'm writing about how crazy it is that I'm turning 15, and like one day when I'm 18 I'll look back at this and be like, oh my god, I thought 15 was old. Keeping a journal is just such an amazing way to like immortalize the stage of your life that you're in, so definitely keep one, and like start one if you haven't already. This next one is honestly one of the most important ones of this video, and as a YouTuber, I feel like I really need to say this. What you see on the internet is so fake. I did not realize this until I became a YouTuber. Before I like started making videos and everything, I thought that anything a content creator posted was like life, like that was real. Like when someone posted like their amazing makeup or like their beautiful body, I was like,
oh my god, I'm failing in life because I don't have that.
But literally, this YouTube video is taking me, I don't know, like an hour to film. It'll be like 15 minutes for you guys, but like that is an hour into like my life. Like one video, like one Instagram post, that is just a little sliver. Like when it's like a crescent moon, like that's just a little bit into someone's life. So don't judge your own life based off that, because YouTube is so fake. And as a YouTuber, I can tell you that literally before filming this video, I was sitting in a hoodie and sweatpants without my makeup done, and I was literally stressing over schoolwork. And then I put makeup on, I got my camera set up and my lights on, and I like closed my computer and everything. But you know what I mean? Like there's life before a YouTube video and after a YouTube video, and a YouTube video does not define life. My next thing I wish I knew before turning 15 is don't wear makeup for other people. Obviously I wear makeup on YouTube so I don't look like really tired and like stressed, but don't wear makeup for other people. Like just in your day-to-day life, don't wear makeup with the thought of like,
oh my god, wearing this makeup is gonna make so-and-so like me.
Like no. I have discovered recently that doing makeup for yourself, that is so much better than doing it for someone else and like waiting for their approval. Second to last thing, you do not need to apologize for not being the same as everyone else. If everyone was the same, the world would be so boring. Like you don't need to apologize. Like I feel like, I don't know, like just when you do a club that not everyone is in, or like when you say something that not everyone agrees with, you might feel like you want to say like, I'm sorry, like oh my god, I didn't conform to what everyone else is doing. But like no, the reason why it's so important to not do this is because it's so important to do stuff that not everyone does. Like don't try to be the same as everyone else. That is so boring. I mean obviously like don't be like a completely like rebellious annoying kid, but like what I mean is like, for example, if you're on a sport team that like no one likes or like everyone thinks is so like unpopular, like oh you're only on that team if you're unpopular, just embrace it. Like who cares what they think? It's so much better to do something that stands out from the crowd than just to like do what everyone else does and like just be so quiet about all that. And the last thing, the 15th thing that I wish I knew before turning 15, and this is kind of like what I just said, but it's also just be you. Know who you are and like exclude what everyone else wants you to be like from that, and like get rid of all of those like popular, unpopular like mindsets that you have, and just be you, because later in life you're going to regret one day not being you. If you are not you, you're going to regret doing something that everyone else does just because you want to make that person or like that group happy. Like literally just be you, because there is nothing better than a confident person who is confident in who they are. Like there is nothing better than that. Obviously like if you're like a really shy person or someone who really struggles with insecurities, aka myself sometimes, then this is obviously going to be really hard, and you're not just gonna like click off this video and suddenly just be the most confident like, oh I'm so being myself person out there. But just try like every single day, like ask yourself, am I doing stuff that's like hiding who I truly am? And then see where you are from there, because being you is one of the most important things that you can do as a teenager to just like develop who you are and everything. And I really wish I knew this before I was 15. I mean I do be myself, but at the same time I do find myself like not being myself sometimes, and so I really need to change that as I progress throughout my teenage years. And if you are a kid or a pre-teenager or a teenager or even like an adult watching this, just implement this into your life right now, because I'm going to sound so like cliche Pinterest board, like oh inspirational, oh my god you can do anything, but it is never too late to start being yourself. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. I really hope that you could like take something from this video and learn something from this video, especially like if you're under 15, you haven't turned 15 yet, that you can like implement these things and like mindsets into your life now. But as I said at the beginning of this video, if you are over 15 or like you're just 15, then definitely let me know what your thoughts on this video was, like if you agree with these things that like we all wish we knew before we were 15, because honestly I just don't want to be another one of those YouTubers who's like, oh my god look at this iPhone I got for my birthday guys. They're like,
oh my god look, I'm having so much fun on my birthday with all my friends.
Like I wanted to give you guys something out of my 15th birthday, if that makes any sense. So I really hope that this video helped you. And if you're about to turn 15 and like you're watching this video, happy early 15th birthday, or like just any age like you're watching this and like you're about to progress to a new age of your life and you wanted to learn something before that, happy early birthday. So yeah, anyway, before you leave, please like this video, and if you made it to the end of this video, comment down below happy 15th birthday Ruby. I mean only if you want to, but it would really make my day, because the day that this video is being uploaded, if you're watching it like on the day it was uploaded, it is my 15th birthday, and you guys just feel like such a big part of my life. Like all my subscribers, honestly, you guys all feel like my friends. Also like comment down below when your birthday is, and we can like all wish each other like happy early or late birthdays down below in the comment section. Also comment down below what you think the deepest thing that I wish I knew before turning 15 was like in this video. And also please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I just make so much other like relatable content and I'm not fake at all with you guys in all my videos. So definitely subscribe if you want to see like more relatable teen girl content. And yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching it. Happy 15th birthday to me, and I love you guys. Bye.